Hello, everybody, and welcome back to that Pens Fan 412. Yes, that sigh was actually in the intro, but before we get into what was absolutely, positively the peak of irony for the Penguins last night, and our 7 consecutive loss, that's 7 consecutive loss, I just want to go ahead and say I am proud to just scream to the heavens of YouTube that I have reached 10 subscribers on this channel. For those 10 watching this video, and for many that will join in the future, thank you. Thank you very much. That's 10 more people than I ever could have imagined. Now, can we get to 20? That's the real deal. That's the challenge. Let's get to 20. We'll see what happens. But for right now, 10 subscribers. Better than I ever thought. Thank you all for subscribing. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, this video might make you do it, because I'm gonna lose my mind a little bit in this one if I haven't already. 7th consecutive loss. So Pittsburgh is at home against the Seattle Kraken. We lost to them last time that we were playing against the Kraken, and in the last video, the last time I talked about a Seattle Kraken victory over the Penguins, I talked about the idea that Brandon Tanev was going to be the guy that won the game for his team. Didn't happen that way. But tonight, maybe I peeked into the future a little bit. But we'll get there. So the first period was, to say the Penguins showed up. They did. Seattle, they showed up as well. Martin Jones, once again, playing like he has a grudge again. I feel like Martin Jones has a grudge against the Penguins, because this guy literally doesn't do anything but try as absolutely hard as he possibly can against the Penguins now. Something about losing in the Stanley Cup final? Probably. Tristan Jarry's in our net, and we roll into the first period. Now, this game should have been 1-0 Pens, right? Maybe that's the Pens fan in me. I'm like, if Rust's goal actually went in the net, this might have been a different game. It might have been a different game. But in typical Pens fashion, it looked like it went in. The goal horn went off. Everybody got excited. And it was taken away because it didn't even go across the... It hit the post again and just bounced back out. And everybody thought that went in, because it happens. Those kind of goals happen where it goes in and comes out. But it wasn't to be. And we ended up ending the first period tied at 0 against Seattle. The Kraken, to admit that that sucked. It still sucks. It just hurts. My soul hurts. But what happens in the second period, 5 minutes in? Oh, that's right. Sidney Crosby gets a one-time pass and puts it in the back of the net. Sid the Kid with the slapper from the center of the ice, just right in the middle of the offensive zone. This man he's not even wide open, dude. There's somebody on him. Crosby always, as he does, if he gets the chance, he's gonna make you regret it, and it became a 1-0 game for the Pittsburgh Penguins. And then there's this face-off in our zone. Yanni Gourde wins the face-off, right? Back to nobody. It's wide open. Everybody's fighting in front of the net, which surprised me. Usually we don't fight in front of the net. We usually leave it wide open. The defense is actually looking like they're trying a little bit in this game. And Vince Dunn. This man just walks right up, slaps it past all these people. It deflects a little bit off one of our defenders. Back of the net. It's not Jarry's fault. It happens. The puck was wide open for like 5 seconds, just kind of chilling in the ice. Just Could have had a drink at that point. I mean, the puck was literally sitting there chugging a beer. Like, and it's 1-1. Tied again. All over again. And that was really what happened in the second period. Nothing really else worth there. We get into the third period. Yanni Gourde, once again, 7 minutes in, puts her in the back of the net. Yanni Gourde is like the bane of the Pittsburgh existence. It's just Yanni Gourde guy of obscurity. Fourth line dude like 3 years ago. It's out here just making the Penguins hurt. 2-1 Seattle Kraken. But then, just a few minutes later, Jake Gensel. Jake gets goals. Jake gets a goal. He shoots the puck and it goes in the back of the net and it's 2-2. Pittsburgh's got some life in him still. Gensel's out there doing what he can. He's trying so hard. Sidney Crosby snaps his assistless streak. This man was going on damn near 7 games without an assist. He's going to break his own record. He's going to break history. He's going to, in all the wrong ways, he's going to just, all of history was just ruined. One of the worst Crosby streaks in history was about to happen in this game, and he decided that he wanted to have an assist, so he got an assist. From Chris Letang, let's not even talk about how Letang has been absolutely abysmal as a defender lately. Just garbage. The Yanni Gourde goal is practically his fault. He let off a breakaway at one point in the game, which luckily Morgan Geekie couldn't score on because Jarry decided that he's still going to play good because Jarry's still a good goalie, all things considered. It's the first breakaway of the season that Jarry actually stopped. 2-0. He stopped it. I think the only reason he did is because Morgan Geekie was a little puck hungry, a little goal hungry. Easily they could have just did a little boop, 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 boop pass, but no, instead he took it to the net and Jarry stopped him. That's cool. That's great. And then 16 minutes in, this is the dagger right here. This is the bane of our existence. Just the pain. And Tanev breaking the hearts of millions of Pens fans around the world. All the girls that heartthrob this guy, it's just broken. Their hearts just exploded. Pretty sure I heard some Pens fans cheering when he scored. And Tanev scores, and he sells it like he just won the Stanley Cup, which just added insult to injury. But, whatever, it happens. We can get it back. It's only 16 minutes into the period. We still got time. We can get it back. We're the Penguins. We're the team of comebacks. Except we didn't. And yeah. And then there was it was during this give and go thing where we had a really good chance. They had a really good chance. Letang kept screwing up. We had another good chance. They scored 3-2 Seattle Kraken. Letang just kept screwing up. Just his defense this year has just been horrible. I know I've talked about it a couple of times, but a lot of the really big goals that were important against us, Letang was out there just doing what he was doing. Thought this man was a two-way defenseman. Apparently not. Apparently he forgot how to play defense again. It's like he hasn't remembered how to play defense this season. And unfortunately, the Seattle Kraken come away with a 3-2 victory over the Pittsburgh Penguins. And I lost my sanity. This is one of those, I'm not screaming at the top of my lungs, but because I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Right? I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. I'm like one of those really passive-aggressive parents. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. 7 consecutive losses in a row. 7 consecutive losses in a row. Second consecutive loss at home. Half of those losses are because we gave up a goal at the end of the game. At the end of the game. At least they didn't come back and win. They practically owned the game. I said it in the last video, and I'm saying it again. Something needs to change. Something needs to change. Like our top line, they're doing great. Rust is good. He's getting a lot of chance. He got a lot of chances in this game. Rust is he's doing good. Crosby's Crosby. He's still scoring. He's still assisting. So that's good. Gensel's getting goals when he can. When the goalie's not standing on his head. Raquel. Kinda, sorta. I mean, he's been bouncing up and down between the first and second line. Like, he needs to find a permanent place. Like, we need to find him a permanent place so he can get into his game and quit moving him around. Sullivan needs to quit moving him around. Either put him with Crosby or put him with Malkin and just let him figure it out. He's going to figure it out with one of them. Malkin just... Ugh. There's flashes of Malkin being Malkin and doing good and having a great offensive presence. And then there's the Malkin that's trying to be fancy and fails every time of being fancy because he just can't be fancy anymore. He's just, I don't know, maybe he's just a little too slow to be fancy anymore, or there's just something there that's just like, you're not weaving through defenders like you used to. And you see it every time he tries. And he fails miserably. Letang's garbage. He's literally been the reason we've gotten scored on practically this entire loss streak. Every game he gives up a puck at some point, and it's because he's trying to pass it back to nobody, or he's been losing edges. And maybe Letang is the catalyst. Maybe we need to just realize that he's just not up to snuff like he used to defensively. Like, he's still good offensively. He's still in there giving good passes when he can. And then every other time he doesn't give a good pass, it's usually because he's giving it up to somebody. I don't know. But something needs to change. I know I read a few comments on a different post about the Penguins, and like I feel like the common theme here is that a lot of Pens fans want Dumoulin to be traded. The problem is like I don't necessarily see Dumoulin, like, he doesn't contribute offensively. He's a defensive defenseman. He's a stay-at-home defenseman, and he's always been really good at that. But our defense has been garbage. Jeff Petrie is nowhere near as good as I thought he was going to be. Ty Smith, I haven't heard anything about him at all. Ruda is nowhere near as good as anybody thought he was going to be. He's also been pretty garbage. Pedersen is doing Pedersen stuff. I'm starting to think, when it came down to Pedersen or Matheson leaving, maybe we gave up the wrong son. Maybe we should have gave up Pedersen and not Matheson. But hey, it's hockey, right? But yeah, so the Pittsburgh Penguins lose 7th consecutive loss in the season. One of the worst losing streaks in Penn's history of recent years. Very much so recent years. We have a losing record. We're just playing garbage. We're not playing all 90 minutes of the game. And again, I'm gonna raise the question of why do we pay them millions of dollars to not play all 90 minutes of a game. But hey, that's hockey. But look, that's it. The Penguins fall 3-2 to the Seattle Kraken at home, 7th consecutive loss on the season. And I have lost my sanity. I have lost my will to just my will of believing in the Penguins is gone. They definitely need to do something to get that back, at least for me in my stance on the team. But this has been that Pens Fan 412. Again, thank you all for watching. Thank you all who have subscribed to get us to 10 subscribers so far. Pushing for 20. We're gonna get over that threshold eventually. Eventually, maybe, if I'm lucky. If I'm a lucky lad. If you like this video, make sure to like. If you didn't like this video, you can dislike. I'm not gonna hold it against you. I like honesty. If you got any comments in the comment section down below, let me know what you think of the Penguins' 7th consecutive loss. Let me know what you think about the Penguins so far. What do you think we need to do to make this team better so that they play better so that we can get a win and break this losing streak? And with that, I will see you all in the next video. Toodaloo.